to hear from her is someone who possibly, well, she will tell us, possibly she was told she shouldn't or she can't, because still now some girls want to be engineers and people say, why? You didn't see marketing or communication. Do you understand what I'm saying? Engineer. You know, see, what's the issue? In fact, they might call her mommy and her daddy and say, daddy wa, mommy wa, you see, what's going on? Does she want to be a boy? She's an engineer, a celebrated one at that, and she'll be speaking to the topic promoting diversity in leadership, an engineer's journey. Please welcome with me a fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer OGUNTALA Margaret Aina. Welcome her very warmly. She's that woman who is powerful, who is strong. If you keep clapping till she gets here, I'm sure she would love it. This is the Guardian Woman Festival 2024. Welcome to our keynote speaker.
Good morning, everyone. Joyce has said a lot about being a woman, and Anita has told us the real meaning of the word inclusion, and then the fact that we have to be prepared to be included. And so I'm going to start before I read my keynote address. I'm going to also tell the story of how I was included and how I got to where I am today. In spite of sentences like you can't, you shouldn't, and so on that we hear all the time. So I was born into a family, a polygamous family, as a first child. So that comes with a lot of responsibility. And then I also had to set good examples for my siblings, which was also a very great responsibility. And so when, at some point, when I was around 15, 16, I told my father that I was considering becoming an engineer. He was like, you have to be joking. So because he told me that as a woman, you should just go for disciplines such as teaching, so that you go to work at 8, you're back by 2, and you have time for your family. But I was also, as a student, I was also involved in drama, quiz competitions, debates and all. And I'd also sing. I went to a girls' school, by the way, and had been in competition with boys. And I didn't think that I needed to be that woman who would only just be there to serve her man. I thought that I should be, and I could be, a lot more than that. So I just told my father, okay, no problem. And then later I wanted me to become a doctor. Because at that time, and as in most fathers in his time, becoming a medical doctor was the in thing. And I still asked him, why can't I become something else? Maybe an actor, maybe go and study to become an ambassador. And he still felt that those things would take me away from home too much. But as God would have it, I sought counsel from my uncle, and he told me, why not go for chemical engineering? At that time, he had friends in the oil and gas, and he told me that that was the future. So I said, okay, why not? I was good in physics, chemistry, mathematics, and additional mathematics, which is now further mathematics. So I went into engineering, and my father was shocked. And he asked me how I was going to cope. Climbing scaffolding, wearing the hard hat, and being in jeans all the time. But then again, the beauty of being a total woman is being able to combine all of that. So you wear the jeans when you have to, and you look like I do now when you have to. So you can be both. You can be that professional, you can be a mother, you can be a woman, you can be anything. And Joyce said that earlier, you can be anything, just about anything that you want to be. So I'm here now today, mother of 3, I have grandchildren. And growing up, in the early years, I had the time, so I chose a flexible job, so I could have time for the children and for my husband as well. So, and my husband had a full-time job, which was not so flexible, which also took him out of town, out of the home, for months sometimes. So I had to also hold for at home. I had to learn to do the things that a woman would normally ask her husband to do for her. I had to learn to change my car tires. And I remember one day I was on the road and I had a flat tire. And I came down. I was wearing Iro and Buba, so I rolled up my sleeves, opened my boots, got out my tools. And then a man just parked and said, "Madam, are you trying to?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Can you?" I said, "Yes, I can." He was kind of amazed. And it did help me. Please give a round of applause to Nigerian men. Most Nigerian men are very caring, really. So he helped me and he said, "Were you really going to change your tire?" I said, "Yes." Another time I was driving and my car stopped, so I opened the bonnet and I knew where to check the carburetor and I was trying to tune it, to raise it, and the man also came and he said, "Madam, what's wrong with your car?" I told him that I just there to raise, and he said, "You know, what kind of woman are you? My wife will leave this car here and come home and tell me that, look, the car is in the solo. When you are ready, call mechanic to go and bring the car." I said, "Well, maybe because your wife is not an engineer like me." So that day he said, "I'm going to encourage my daughters to study engineering." That's so amazing seeing women be able to do the things that we assume that only men can do. So the can-do spirit is what you need as a woman. And then also being able to balance your life in such a way that you are not masculine when you're supposed to be feminine and vice versa. So you know when you have to act masculine and when you have to embrace your femininity. Today, I'm the president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, the first female. It took the Nigerian Society of Engineers 66 years to get here. I'm the 34th president of the FNSE, and all 33 before me were men. And so you can imagine how the journey has been. So I also tell people that it's a collective effort. When people talk to me about being the ceiling breaker, glass ceiling breaker, I tell them that I wasn't the only one who broke the glass ceiling. A lot of women had come before me. I joined the Nigerian Society of Engineers in 1996, at which time we already had a female vice president of FNSE. And she did not become president. That's not because she did not try or she did not know what to do. So what I tell people is this: we have a glass ceiling, and every woman comes and throws the stone. There's a crack. You come, you throw yours, there's another crack. Until somebody comes finally and throws the last stone, then the glass ceiling is shattered. So we should all applaud ourselves. Because it means that, like Anita said, we have people who we have included who have also helped us because we needed them. And they have helped us to get to wherever we are today. So now I will read my keynote address, having told the story. This is the keynote address at the inaugural Guardian Women Festival on promoting diversity, collaboration, empowerment, and inclusion by Engineer Margaret Aina, OGUNTALA, President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, at the Federal Palace Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos, on 15th March 2024. It is with great pleasure and profound honor that I stand before you today at the inaugural Guardian Women Festival. This momentous occasion marks a very significant milestone in our collective journey toward promoting diversity, collaboration, empowerment, and inclusion in our society. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the organizers for their visionary leadership in spearheading this remarkable initiative. As we gather here today, it is imperative that we acknowledge and celebrate the remarkable achievements of women across various spheres of endeavor, from boardrooms to laboratories, from classrooms to courtrooms. Women have continued to demonstrate unparalleled resilience, innovation, and leadership. Their contributions have enriched our communities, advanced our economies, and inspired generations to come. Diversity is not merely a buzzword, it is the cornerstone of progress and prosperity in any society. Embracing diversity, therefore, in all its forms, whether gender, race, ethnicity, religion, and beyond, fosters creativity, drives innovation, and enhances decision-making. And by harnessing the collective talents, perspectives, and experiences of diverse individuals, we unlock boundless potential and create a more inclusive and equitable world for all. Collaboration lies at the heart of our efforts to advance gender equality and empower women. It is only through collective action, shared responsibility, and mutual support that we can overcome the entrenched barriers and systemic inequalities that persist. By forging strategic partnerships between governments, businesses, civil society organizations, and academia, we can and we shall create a conducive environment for women to thrive and succeed in their chosen fields. Empowering women begins with education and training. We must invest in quality education, skills development, and lifelong learning opportunities to equip women with the knowledge, tools, and confidence to pursue their aspirations and realize their full potential. By breaking down barriers to education and promoting STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics fields, we can empower women to lead and excel in traditionally male-dominated industries. Inclusion is not simply about having a seat at the table. It is about ensuring that every voice is heard, valued, and respected. We must strive to create inclusive workplaces, policies, and cultures that embrace diversity and promote equal opportunities for all. By championing gender-balanced leadership, promoting mentorship and sponsorship programs, and advocating for fair and transparent recruitment practices, we can foster a more inclusive society where every woman has the opportunity to thrive. In conclusion, the Guardian Women Festival serves as a powerful platform for dialogue, inspiration, and action. Let us seize this moment to reaffirm our commitment to promoting diversity, collaboration, empowerment, and inclusion in all aspects of our society. Together, let us work tirelessly to build a world where every woman and girl can live up to their full potential, contribute her talents to the fullest, and enjoy the rights and opportunities which she deserves. And on this note, I'll say thank you very much to the organizers for this opportunity, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Sound. In true engineering fashion, straight to the point. Please appreciate our keynote speaker at the Guardian Women Festival 2024. She not only threw stones at the glass, but she threw a few blocks, hit it with a few sticks until it shattered, so that many other women wouldn't need to throw stones at the same ceiling So what I took away from her conversation is a question to each and every one of us sitting here as women and men. What is one thing, just one thing I can do to crack the glass ceiling above me right now? What is that one thing I can do? Can you think of something? What shall I do to crack it, to ensure that eventually it shatters? Or what can I do to ensure that the cracks that have been given to the ceiling above me will take, deeper cracks until it shatters? Food for thought, food for action. Engineer Margaret Aina OGUNTALA, we say a very, very big thank you for honoring us this year. Please appreciate her once again. And congratulations on being President Woman #1. Many more to come, and we shall celebrate with you even more.
Even though engineering is seen as a male-dominated profession, women over the past several years have proved that they are just as capable, if not more capable than the men. Because engineering is more about being intellectual, it's about being professional, being ethical, than strength, than physical strength. And we women have proved that a long time ago. However, to get to this position, being a woman, has not been very easy because of the fact that we do not have so many women playing in that field. And you know that even in the lowest rung, politics is involved in the selection and election of leaders. And politics is a game of numbers. So we women don't have that number. However, we have also learned that we must collaborate with the men, which I did, I've learned to do a lot of that, collaborating with men, partnering with them, and fostering relationships that are built on trust. I'm a chemical engineer by training, and over the years I've also undergone courses and training in management. So boardroom management is something that I've also learned. So apart from collaborating, I've also showcased myself as somebody who knows her onion, who is an engineer, to start with, and who knows how to run the profession and how to manage people. So those traits, those characteristics also helped me apart from the collaboration. So people have come to realize that I'm not just a woman, I'm an engineer who knows what she's doing. As far as organization, the organizational aspect is concerned, we have a lot of women in that space because they have proven themselves, as professionals and all of that. But in politics is a lot more intricate than organization, and it requires a lot more in terms of funding, in terms of getting people together, and a lot more. And somehow, it's easier for men to get funded or funding for political offices than women, because of the fact that men generally trust themselves with such things, and the economic power of women is not as good as compared to that of men, particularly here in Nigeria. So many more men are more economically strong or empowered than the women. And that's why we need to empower women more, so that they will be able to, by themselves, fund themselves, and then come together more as women to support ourselves.